channel, and today we're going to take a look at the 2015 Range Rover Evoque 3-door. This particular car is in white, as you can see, and it's an SE spec trim that gives you things like heated seats, sat-nav, parking sensors, and this particular car has also got a couple of options. So we've got the panoramic sunroof up the top there, we've got memory seats, and I quite like the Land Rover Range Rover front daytime running lights and the facelift. We've got that kind of double U shape. It's a very unique signature. The facelift Range Rover Evoque also came with new bumper designs, as you can see at the front here. Although this is fake, I think it's not a nice design feature. Parking sensors down the bottom. We've got the nice Land Rover Range Rover grille. We've got the Land Rover emblem at the front here to remind you that this car is capable. Range Rover badge. And this car doesn't let you down for its class anyway. It has got incredible luxury creature comforts. It's got the design and desirability of any luxury car, probably one of the highest in the segment. When it was first launched, you may know or may not know that Victoria Beckham was one of the design consultants for the car when it was launched. I know the new second generation came out about a month ago. However, this car has still made as much kudos and still is a head turner today. The Range Rover has incredible eyes for detail. If you look around the rim of the front headlamp, we've got Range Rover embossed on the lens there, almost like a camera lens. We've got the Range Rover emblem at the front here. Walk around the side of the car, we've got attractive, highly polished alloy wheels. These are 18-inch. And we've got some plastic cladding around the side, which is good for A, rust, and B, if you get any damage when you're off-roading. We've got a nice little side vent here, break up the clamshell design. As you may or may not know, Land Rovers are known for the clamshell body design. What that means is the bonnet goes over the side fenders here, almost like a clamshell locking in, and when you lift this up, you'll have a nice break from it all. To close the boot, we just push the nut. Of minimum. Being this generation of the facelift, you get Land Rover Range Rovers latest and greatest infotainment system. So what that means is we've got the British phone box in the middle of nowhere to bring in and reinforce this car as British. You've got your media player on the left, quite and simple, easy to use, digital radio as well, FM.
Morning, Ian. Morning, producer Michael. Morning. Just before the news at 11.
Let's mute that for copyright reasons. It's relatively fast. You've got things like shortcuts here for your phone, media, sat-nav, etc. This car does have sat-nav, but it was just taken out because we're in a dealership in case somebody steals it. As you can see, the top of the dashboard is leather stitched with the nice stitching along the top here. Soft touch materials you'd expect in a Range Rover. Metal print across here, which is cold to touch, so we'd like to believe that is real metal. Also got a nice utilitarian kind of air vent, very squared off, but that suits the nature of the car. Continuation of the leather stitch to continue the theme of the premium car that it is. We've got speakers than you probably have in your house. There is an optional Meridian sound system if you wanted to upgrade it, but the standard system, as we mentioned, is pretty good. Down here, The buttons here have been designed so you can wear gloves, so you've got big chunky buttons so you can push them for your heated seats. Automatic climate control, fan speed. And then if you rotate those knobs, they're going to get the temperature down. One point I'd like to mention is in cold winters you've got rear and front defrost, so that means, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it on a sunny day like today, however, the windscreen is heated, so you've got the kind of wire going through the windscreen, and that's kind of synonymous with Land Rovers. Ford as well, but I think when Ford owned Land Rover about a decade and so ago, that's what Land Rover have managed to keep. You don't get that every day in things like a BMW or something. That's an optional upgrade, it's going to cost an arm and a leg, so it's quite nice that you get that in Range Rover. We've got Land Rover's new transmission here. This is originally seen in the XF. You twist to rotate and you put it in reverse. The wing mirrors dip down, which is a nice feature. Speaking of XF, there's one there. And you can rotate that again, put it into drive, wing mirrors pop back up. And you've got a nice all-surround parking sensor, so that's handy A for off-roading, or if you're going near a bollard or something at the side of the car, you might be in your blind spot because you've got the short roofing, you might be able to see down outside the greenhouse of the car. It'll pop up in your parking sensor. The Range Rover steering wheel is rather wrapped, kind of almost 4-spoke design. 3-spoke S, we've actually got 4 spokes. We've got the modern Range Rover emblem across the steering wheel. Call controls on the left hand side, cruise control on the right hand side. Wiper stalks on the right, up here, and then we've got indicators on the left with your lights for auto up here. Just put that there. Nice chunky feeling and solidly built. It's not feel it's going to fall off or anything like that, so no worries about Land Rover quality there. Down in the centre here we've got Land Rover's kind of terrain response. So if we push it across once, we get gravel, grass and snow, and an emblem pops up in the dashboard here. Push it again, we get mud ruts, and push it once more, we get sand. These options give you different driving characteristics. As we said, mud ruts gives you the hill descent control, that can be indicated with the green light up here. That just controls your depart triangles, and when you're going down steep hills or things like that, it will control your braking and make sure you're not going to roll out of control and crash your car. So just leave it in normal mode, and that turns all the programs off. Get nice graphics of the car as well while we're here. If I do that once more, we can see the Evoque himself is pretty much a replica of the car we've got. It's a 3-door Evoque, similar spec with the nice alloys, lights, etc. The gauges themselves are pretty nice. We've got the LCD screen in the middle, which is changeable. On the left hand side we also have your speedo, and on the right hand side we have your tachometer. Ignore the warning light because we're in park and I've not got my seatbelt on here. In the centre console we've got plenty of room. We've got the Land Rover key itself, which is pretty standard with the Land Rover Jaguar. The key itself, it says, is embossed with Range Rover on the back front, it's plain, and the front Range Rover embossed again with the buttons. We've got a Land Rover Jaguar, you'll recognise the key. We've got nice 2 cup holders, pretty deep. We've got a power outlet there beside the cup holder. Slide that over, you've got a clean cut rook. The armrests, rather wrapped, again lined with the fuzzy stuff so nothing's going to rattle about. So your navigation SD card goes in, we've got your USB key, auxiliary cable, and another power outlet. A little bit of storage there as well if you want to keep a map or some sort of paper or card or something, clip into the place there. Keep it out of the way. Just while we're here, we've got the electronic handbrake push, putting the brake and push that in, got your hazards, and then we've got your hill descent controls previously mentioned. Does the HTC on or off. I'll leave that off today because we're not going off-roading. The glove box lined with the fuzzy stuff, softly damped, Land Rover, Range Rover books, very nice quality if you ever hold one, feel one. They put a lot of time and money and effort into designing them. It's not just some sort of standard kind of vinyl, but with some files in it, there's a lot of information in there. Nice, sturdy glove box. So this car comes with the fixed panoramic roof. When I say this particular car at Simpson Motors is, I'll leave the link below if you want to purchase the car. So we've got this lovely panoramic roof, opens up the cabin, really brightens up, and also adds a touch of kind of premium class to it as well. We've got one touch button there, close the electronic blind over. You can stop at any point you want, but I recommend probably having it fully open to let as much light in as you can in the cabin. Your rear passengers, if you're carrying any, are going to enjoy that. Look how far back that goes. I'd probably say 80% of the cabin's now lit with the Scottish blue skies. So thumbs up for it being a sunny Sunday. The material quality in the door panels are soft touch, leather stitched, and we've got memory seating controls on the right here. We've got 3 presets, hold in memory and push 1 to set your seat. All the electronic adjustments are down where your hand falls. Electric windows, electric wing mirrors, and nice door bins there for moving bottles of water, things like that. Just step out of the car quickly and we'll jump into the back. So we can pull this forward. We can hold that button in, and the seat will slip forward. We'll step in, and I'll pull this back. There we go, and I'll slide that back a little bit. The back of the 3-door Evoque, we've got plenty of room, which I'm surprised myself. We've got plenty of headroom. Again, that panoramic roof is incredible. I'm trying to show you guys the best possible angle, but if we look here, I'm 5'11", plenty of headroom, plenty of knee room, very comfortable, probably comfortable enough for 2 abreast, as you can get child seats in there with your ISOFIX points. Down here, lift those flaps up. Actually sorted. We've got an armrest. So that folds down and that's your armrest. We've got some cup holders at the front. Pull that up, we've got a wee flap for some extra storage. All in all, a really comfortable car back here. I would recommend getting a panoramic roof if you're specing one of these new, because all this daylight, and if you've got kids, they're not going to feel claustrophobic at all back here. Being a bit taller, you do have some nice visibility, but maybe if you're a small child, you'd struggle because you'd be probably put down here for daylight, so recommend that to maybe prevent travel sickness or something like that. As you can see, we've got a little bit of netting here to keep iPads, whatever the kids might have in the back. Nice air vents, and we've got the Evoque emblem here, just to remind you what kind of car you're in. That premium touch, and we've got a little bit of storage down here to keep coins or whatever. We also have, as I mentioned previously, speaker systems in the back. Here's in the back panels with the soft touch, so you can see that it's all nice soft touch quality product. All in all, I'm actually really impressed with this car. Wasn't expecting to be as much room in the back of the 2-door Evoque. I keep saying 2-door Evoque, 3-door Evoque. However, there's plenty of room, and to show you how easy it is to get out, I'm going to slide it as far forward as it's going to go. So I've managed to open the door from the back, the seat slid forward all the way it can go, and we'll step out. Not the most graceful thing to do for a camera, but we slide that back. There we go.